Okay, students, so now let's discuss about the polymers. Okay, here we can see what do you mean by this polymers. Okay, so the substances are made up of units, are substances having a single unit structure forming its particles called the monomer. Monomer or monos means single, mer means unit. In certain substances, thousands of units join together to form a large unit is called polymer. Polys means many. So polymer is made up of many repeating units. So what we had understand here, that is substances are made up of units, and substances having a single unit structures forming its particles called monomer. Also substances, if a thousands of units are joined together, okay, if thousands of units are joined together, they will form a large unit. Okay, if we will collect all the units together, we will form a large units, and that is called polymer, and it is made up of many repeating units. That means they are uniform in nature. So the process of joining together monomers to form a polymers is called polymerization. Monomers may combine in two different ways to form a polymers. So, do you know what is PET jars and PET bottles? PET is a very familiar form of polyester. It is used for making bottles, utensils, film wires, and many other useful products. Examples here we can see like polyester shirts, PET jars and bottles. Okay, now let's discuss the disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Here we had seen the types of synthetic fiber: rayon, nylon, acrylic, etc. And also now let's discuss the disadvantages of synthetic fiber. Point by point we will discuss. The first one, that is when you burn a synthetic fiber, you find that their behavior is different from that of the natural fiber. You must have noticed that synthetic fiber melt on heating. Okay, so this is actually a disadvantage of synthetic fiber. If the cloth catches fire, it can be disastrous. Okay, so what they were telling, that when you burn a synthetic fiber, we can find that their behavior is totally different from the natural fibers. Okay, that means they catch the fire easily. The fabric melt and stick to the body of the person wearing it. We should therefore do not wear synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or in the laboratory. So that's why they told that we should not wear the synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or in a laboratory. Now let's discuss the characteristics of synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber possesses unique characteristics which make them popular dress materials, such as they dry up quickly and durable, less expensive, readily available, and easy to maintain. So what are the characteristics given here? That means they dry up quickly, they are durable, they are less expensive, readily available, and they are very easy to maintain. Okay, students, so now let's discuss about the plastics. Plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. That means thousands of units join together to form a large unit, and that is called as a polymer. All plastics do not have the same types of arrangements of a unit. In some of it's linear, whereas in other it's a cross links. That no need to study because that is out of syllabus topic. Examples we can see: plastic examples are given here, like plastic alphabets, plastic bottles, plastic bucket, brushes, etc. Okay, now let's discuss about thermoplastics. You will observe that some plastic articles can bend easily while some break when forced to bend. When we add hot water to plastic bottle, it get deformed. Such plastics which get deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastic. Okay, so plastics are also of two type. Thermoplastics are there as well as thermostatic plastics. So some plastics which can bend easily while some break when forced to bend, and when we add some hot waters to it, that plastics will get deformed. So such plastics are called thermoplastics. Polythenes and PVC are some of the examples of thermoplastics. They are used for manufacturing toys, combs, and various types of containers. On the other hand, there are some plastics which, when molded once, cannot be softened by heating. That means the plastic which cannot bend easily. These plastics are called thermosetting plastics. Two examples are bakelite and melamine. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is used for making electrical switches, handles of various utensils, etc. Melamine is a versatile material. It resists fire and can tolerate heat better than other plastics. It is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware, and fabrics which resist in fire. So the plastics which are very hard.